So the first thing we have to understand when looking into shadow work is not only just the polarities, but we have to understand our programmability as a species. If we don't understand the quantum effects happening inside our quantum human spiritual computer, our whole being and physiology works like a computer. As a matter of fact, we even have a format. Like a computer disk drive that you put an operating system on has to be formatted for the operating system first, right? So if you're going to install the Linux operating system. So let's pick up where we left off. Again, folks, they don't want this information out there. Like when you really start hitting on deep occult truths that they don't want humanity to understand, that's where they're going to really start hitting people and censoring them and trying to knock their streams off the air. But it's not going to work because I'll do this 1,000 fucking times if I have to, and I'll re-record it on my own and put it out as a podcast if I have to. You're not going to fucking stop me. So whether it's a technical glitch, whether it's a deliberate thing that, somebody is doing from the outside to try to discourage this information from getting out, go fuck yourself. You're not going to stop me. You won't stop me putting a bullet in me. Good luck with that too. You think I'm afraid of that? You think probably I haven't died in a million horrific ways already? Putting out the truth all over this fucking universe? You ain't stopping me. Through physical death? You think I'm worried about physical death? Dude, been there, done that more times than you can fucking count. Not worried about it. All right? And play me. Try it. People think I'm joking about that. You don't understand how little attachment I have to this world. I'm not one of your fearful motherfuckers that is so worried about what you're going to do to me or anybody else. Like I've said before in the past on many shows, you could fucking torture everybody I fucking know. It's nothing to me. I'm not attached to this world or this life. That's not why I'm here. I abandoned those attachments a long fucking time ago and went through all of that. You could torture me. You could torture anybody I love. I'm not going to stop speaking the truth. The end. And I'm not going to tell people that they should just let you do it physically unharmed. We have a right to rebel physically against that form of tyranny. And that day's coming. That day is coming. It's not coming fast enough when people understand that, right? But let me tell you something, folks. The people that allowed for the level of freedom that we have to even speak the truth of this reality wasn't any spiritual teachers in the world. It was the people who picked up weapons and shot the fucking British in their fucking skulls. That's who it was. That they allowed for the manifestation of freedom in a wider way than any other people who have ever lived and who have ever lived since. That's the reality of the matter. All right, so let's continue where we were with humanity as a programmable species. It's like early on in life, we go through these years called the formative years. That's the format of the computer drive. Like we have, you're going to format the Linux a drive for the Linux operating system, you got to put EXTFS on it. EXT file system. Okay? You're going to format a drive for Windows, you're going to put NTFS, Windows NT file system. You're going to format a drive for Mac OS, you're going to put APFS, Apple filing system, on it. Okay? That lays down the groundwork for the operating system, which is the information that's going to come in and inform what we believe, how we're going to think about things, and then ultimately what we're going to do. So it's just like in computing jargon. Garbage in, garbage out. Good programming in, good output comes out. So if good programming goes in through truth, leading to knowledge, leading to correct understanding of things, then there's going to be positive output. We put those good things into the brain, the human biological computer. What do you expect is going to come out on the other side? What's going to be the output in the form of behavior? It's going to be positive output through courage and moral action, right action in the world to improve the human condition. And then as that grows in the aggregate, you're going to get a betterment of the human condition on a large scale. Conversely, if we do the opposite, if we put garbage in, bad programming into the brain through lies, deceit, that leads to ignorance. That leads to Cowardice, that leads to wrong action in the world. What's going to come out on the other end? We're going to have negative output through immoral action. Bad behavior is going to come out on the screen of life. And that's going to degrade the aggregate human condition. Well, where do you think we're at? Do you think we've collectively put good information into the human body computer? Do you really believe that's what we've done? Or have we collectively programmed the mind in a terrible way across the whole human species, leading to bad output, leading to negative manifestations in the collective arena that we call daily life on Earth? Once again, it's a no-brainer. All you got to do is open your eyes and pay attention to what's going on in the world, and you realize we've totally programmed people's minds with fucking trash and garbage. And if garbage goes in, garbage is what you need. You better expect on the other side of the output. There's no way you put garbage in and get good output. You have to put in good input to get good output. It's a simple computer equation. This is like a no-brainer. It barely requires logic. This is pure common fucking sense. And yet, people insist. You can put in all this bad shit, never tell anybody that they're fucked up, never tell anybody that they've had viruses programmed into their mind, and somehow, without giving them that bad news, without telling them out in the open, you're really fucked up. You're totally fucked up, and you don't know what the fuck's going on, and you don't know how you've been fucked up in the head. You don't want to have that uncomfortable scenario unfold in front of you. Just because you want to be comfortable, you're attached to life's comfort. You don't want to have that conversation with somebody else out in the fucking open. What do you expect? It magically to fucking change on its own? You're an asshole. You're a fucking stupid fucking person. You're just dumb, son. You're just dumb. If you think that's how it works, because that's not how it fucking works. I'm not an optimist or a pessimist. I'm not a glass half empty or a glass half full person. I'm a realist. If there's piss in the glass, I'm telling you there's piss in the glass. If there's a great vitamin drink in the glass, I'm saying that's a great vitamin drink in the glass, no matter how much is in it. I'm telling you the essence of what is and how it works. People don't want to hear that. They want to believe their own bullshit story about how they think it works. So what bad programming that we're putting into ourselves stops us before we even begin? What is telling us, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this? You got to worry about yourself. You got to worry about your job. You got to worry about this connection, that connection. You got to worry about this worldly attachment, that worldly attachment. What prevents us from truly beginning, from leaving the ranks of the unbegun and truly going down the path of truth, but then continuing past that red pill to the gold pill of right action? See, the red pill is knowing the truth, but that only gets you so far. Then you have to do what's required of you with the truth to obtain what you say you want. What do we say we want? We say we want a state of human freedom. How many people are meeting the requirements to actually do that is the question. Not that many. So before we even get to what is really preventing us from inaction, we have to understand the steps of beginning, the steps of initiation. True occult initiation has been described by many teachers as a 5-step process related to the 5 senses, related to the 5 points of the pentagram: earth, air, water, fire, spirit. Stop lying, stop dreaming, learn how to think, live in the present moment, and activate the physical body. And the first, before anything else is done, number 1, there's a pecking order to this. It means don't take the steps out of order. Do them in order. Stop lying. Work on number 1 first. Stop lying. But this doesn't just mean stop lying to others. The first and most important person that you need to stop lying to is yourself. The context of number 1, step number 1 in occult initiation of stop lying, above all else, is stop lying to yourself. That's the number 1 context. Okay? Stop lying to yourself. How do you do that? We're going to actually look at how you do this. Now, the other step, stop dreaming, we're going to talk about in this first part of shadow work a little bit today as well. It's going to largely